Hi, folks, and welcome to TechTVPro from Soteria Technology Solutions, where we answer your emails about tech support. I'm Dave Rapor, and with me, as always, is Bill, the Bill Guy Ramsey. How you doing today, Bill?
I am present in the moment.
You are indeed present and sharp as a tack today, aren't you?
Well, sure.
Well, I got a strange question for you.
Okay.
Okay, think way back in the day. Did you use a pager? You remember pagers, don't you?
I had a couple of pagers, actually.
Couple of pagers, not at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time.
At the same time?
At the same time.
Did they clip right onto your
Yeah,
belt?
they did. They did.
Oh, wow.
Been more geeky.
Styling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the IT director of a hospital.
Yeah.
So I had
that
to
would
carry
be
a pager
important.
when I was on
Yes.
call.
Yes.
And then I had my own pager.
Oh,
so
a
this is,
personal pager.
This is, cell phones. They kind of existed.
Yeah.
But they weren't
Yeah.
really prevalent.
Yes.
So there's still a lot of payphones around. So
Yes.
I had one. So if my parents or my wife or whoever needed to get in touch with me, and then I had one from the hospital when I was on call.
Fascinating. Pagers still around today?
I'm sure they probably are
In certain applications?
but very limited.
Let me see your belt. Have you got a pager?
I do
on
not.
it? No more pagers today.
No pagers.
Okay, we got a question from Cindy today. Cindy from Little Rock, Arkansas. Oh, how do those single password applications work? Are they more secure than having multiple passwords? I'm worried that a hacker might get my single password and then get access to everything I own. Okay, well, let's help Cindy out then. Talk about single password applications.
Okay, so we use those. We use one called 1Password. Let's just talk about what they are here first. So what they are is a storage and an application, and the storage is in the cloud and the application's on your computer, and it helps manage your passwords for you. For instance, I know like 2 or 3 of my passwords, and that is it.
That's it.
If I register on a website, this software generates my password for me, and it captures my login, and it holds it.
I see.
So I don't have to know passwords. And if anything was ever breached, so for instance, LinkedIn has been breached multiple times, I could easily go in and have it fix my passwords for me. If you're using the same password at every website, they've got your email address
right there,
and your password.
Yeah.
Now you got to go change your password on every single website you've ever done,
Right.
instead of just the one website that got breached.
Yes.
So now the flip side of that is she asked, how are those secure?
Yeah,
what if somebody
right,
gains
exactly.
access to that? So these password managers have what's called an emergency key or emergency kit that come with them, and that has this very long, like 32-digit, something like that, code that you have to have the first time you ever use that software on any system.
I see.
So you have to have that. So if an attacker had my username and password to try and gain access to my password management tool, he doesn't have my emergency kit to be able to gain access to that.
Got it.
So
Got it.
It's sort of like two-factor authentication.
I was just going to ask. It
Right.
seems like
It's
that.
very similar to that kind of a
something
scenario.
You have. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So anytime I access an account on a new machine or new device, even my phone, I have to put in that emergency kit.
Not every time, just one time when you set it up.
And I've set it up. And then
Yes,
I have to have that 1Password to get into there. And I don't use that password for anything else.
Got it.
That password I use to gain access to my 1Password is not used anywhere else. So if that's ever compromised somehow, I change that password.
Yes.
Done.
Yes.
Now, is there a danger? Yes, there's always a danger anytime
Of course there is.
we do this. So one of the password managers out there called LastPass has had a couple of breaches in the last 6 months.
Oh.
And
What happened?
So their statement is that no client data was breached, and it's all stored encrypted on their machines. So even if somebody had gotten access to the data, it's encrypted. They can't do anything with it.
Was, yes.
So last I knew that no customer data had been lost because of this. But it's still a very scary thing. I know a lot of people that were using LastPass that switched because
They were afraid of that.
they were afraid of that. But I will tell you that the use of the product far outweighs the risk. It's very necessary. I couldn't manage all my passwords anymore.
Right.
There's no way, and I wouldn't want to. I've seen way too many people with Excel spreadsheets full of their passwords.
Right.
That is way more susceptible than anything you could possibly
imagine. Somebody gets a hold of that piece of paper or that Excel file.
Well, if they phish you, getting access to your Office 365, they have access to that file that you've named passwords.xlxs, or XLSX, and they open that, and there's every password they ever wanted to anything. I mean, it is the worst possible thing you can do.
Right.
So
these are more secure
than
more
that.
Secure.
Infinitely more secure.
Terrific. Hey, Cindy. Thanks so much for a great question. Bill, thanks as always for a great answer. Now, if you've got a question for us, just email us at techtvpro@heysoteria.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.